bit early for me to be recording goat of the day, but I just did not want you guys to miss that beautiful sky. Okay? You get maybe 4 to 10 days a year with a morning sunrise like that here in Alberta. It is gorgeous. Hello, welcome to Starling Acres. If you're new here, my name is Violet, and for the holidays this year, we are doing the 12 Goats of Christmas. Today is day 4, and I'm going to introduce you to the very lovely and capable Bunny. Hi Bunny, how's it going? Hello. Oh, I know, you're very sweet. All right, so let's talk about Bunny. So we picked up the very, very lovely and very sweet Mini-Nubian Bunny, and we kept her name from her previous farm. So what I loved about the farm she came from is they had cows and chickens and goats all happily living together in the same area. They didn't have a lot of goats, but Bunny had a baby and they wanted to keep the baby. And so they sold me Bunny. I love her pattern. She looks like a Dalmatian. And she's always first to the milk stand in the morning. Everyone else is scampering about like a crazy goat trying to get to the grain. But Miss Bunny, honey, she just goes on the milk stand and waits patiently until I'm ready. You really notice a well-behaved goat after spending a lot of time with goats that give you trouble. She stands very nicely on the milk stand. So her previous owners, there was 3 preteen girls that took care of her and they trained her to the milk stand, and they did the most amazing job because she's patient, she waits, she stands nicely. But I do want to talk about something that we find a challenge with Bunny. So she's a Mini-Nubian, and I've never heard anyone talk about this before. But it is possible to get a great big udder with teeny tiny teats. And I suppose that's all right if you're experienced, but on a first freshener, that can be very difficult to milk. Yes, it can. So I have struggled incredibly with Miss Bunny. The other thing too is she eats very, very aggressively. Because she's a big girl, she eats like she's hungry. I mean, I feel you, sweetheart. That's how I eat too. But she's always coughing after she eats her hay. She's not sick, but when she eats her hay, she's always coughing. So being half Nubian, she's pretty funny, but she's also timid when it comes to some of the other does. However, she's trying very, very hard to hang out with the cool girls and rise up in her ranks. So far, they're not having any of it. She's too young. But recently she realized that she's getting to be one of the bigger goats. And with that, her powers have increased. I'm going to show you one thing about Bunny that makes me hesitant to breed her. However, her milk has consistently been wonderful, delicious, and she's been giving us a lot. So, rock and hard place. So it's very small. And it has a spur, which is a defect. So technically, we shouldn't be creating more baby bunnies with teats like that. So it is a dilemma because we love having some Nubian in the mix, but any offspring that she produces have to stay on this farm. I'm telling you, that Bunny, she's ready for her time to shine. Why are you chewing on my sweater? Please don't do that. She does keep to herself. She's a little bit shy, but she does like being a milk goat, and she's a very good milk goat. Let me know what you think. It seems like I picked up a lot of goats that are good for staying on this acreage and serving our purposes, and not much else. I'm thinking that many people, when they get started, end in that position, and it's okay to have pet goats. It's even okay to milk your pet goats. So we're just gonna take a look, see if we have any eggs. Oh, floor eggs, my favorite. Look, these ones are on the ground. I don't even know what to tell you about these girls. They're so silly today. The snow got into my grain bin, and because being minus 15 with wind chill is boring, the weather has decided to change, and now we are +5. So I gotta get the snow out. You know, sometimes I feel like the problem with being responsible is you end up carrying the shovel. Like, get your head out of there. Tilly, come off it. Come on. What are you doing? Figure it out amongst yourselves. Goodness, goodness. Want some grain for these boys too. A bit wild in here. And the water's down. It's okay, I'm out for chores soon. Grain is a treat. That is not their main diet, so don't feel too bad about the chaos. They just will fight for the good stuff. Thank you for learning about Bunny, our sweet, sweet bunny honey today. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe and watch the playlist to catch the other does of Christmas, the other goats for 12 days. And we live stream every morning while we milk the goats. Thank you and have